Hey there, welcome to Worth It Wednesday. Every Wednesday we send a principle worth learning, a question worth answering, and a recommendation worth taking. Today's principle is that denial of rest is pride personified. And that's good because it rhymes, but it's also good because it's true, right? And man, where this idea or this principle really stood out to me was I saw a LinkedIn post the other day that guy just about threw my computer across the room whenever I read it, because it was this guy sitting on what appeared to be a private jet that he probably doesn't own. He probably just rented time on a private jet, and he was wearing this nice suit, and he was looking at the camera, and the post just said, "Weekends are for the weak." Ah, he is so catastrophically, incredibly, remarkably wrong. It's not even funny, right? And then he went on to say that you don't get to experience the rest of a weekend until you've earned it. And gosh, the only thing worse than that line of thinking is the fact that so many people right now are following it. And no, we're probably not using phrases like weekends are for the weak, but where it shows up is in our actions. Where it shows up is a lifestyle where we repeatedly sacrifice sleep to get more work done, where we don't take care of our bodies by eating healthy food and investing in healthy rhythms of rest, where we never take a day off work, where anytime we're on vacation, we're always on and the phone or the email is always right next to us, where we never truly check out of work and therefore we never actually experience rest. And what does the principle say? Denial of rest is pride personified. So we could break down this idea of pride by looking at the opposite of it. What's the opposite of pride? Well, the opposite of pride is humility. How do we define humility? Humility is to have an accurate viewpoint of oneself. What's an accurate viewpoint of yourself? Well, hopefully this isn't news to you. You are a human being. Human beings are limited. Human beings are finite. Human beings cannot constantly put out without also taking in, right? I remember Rob Wall, who was on our podcast once, that he said, if your output exceeds your input, then your upkeep will be your downfall. And that's just so good because it's so true. And if you try to live at odds with that truth, with the fact that if you're going to constantly serve and push out and create and lead, if you're going to do that, you've got to have rhythms for taking in and restoring and revitalizing and resting. If you try to live at odds with that, you are trying to wage war against reality. And that's not a war that I think that you're going to win. And so if you're going to deny your need for rest, I think that is pride in human form. And so what would be better to create rhythms and habits and routines for restoration? One more thing on this that we focus on a lot within the Path for Growth community. Just because you schedule rest doesn't mean you experience it. And so what would it look like for you as a leader to be someone that sets the example on your team and for your family and for the people you influence, to be someone that not only schedules rest, but actually experience it? Because denial of rest is pride personified.